In this video, I want to discuss why, at least one main reason, atheists are hated so much. And another one, why I think atheists should come out of the closet. Of course, the second one has to do with the first one. Atheists are hated because nobody understands what they really believe. You know, they're being told all these lies in their churches about what atheists are, that they're evil, they're sinners, and they're just out to sin. They don't want to believe because they just want to sin and all this stuff. They want to sin, sin, sin. They're just dirty and all this. Last night they partied and all this BS. That's what they're being told. So more atheists need to come out of the closet and admit that they're being atheists. Unless, now if it's going to cost you everything, your family, your job and stuff, it's probably best that you don't, at least not yet. But most people, if you feel it's safe, do it. You need to do it. Let people know you're an atheist. You know, it's like with, in the 80s, the homosexuality. Most people were afraid of homosexuals. They hated homosexuals. And there were more of them start coming out of the closet. They had the gay pride, gay parades and all that stuff. More people started seeing, they're not any different than us, except for, their sexual orientation is different. I like women. I'm a male and I like women. Well, he's a male and he likes other men. Who cares? It's the same type of thing, Because let's face it, atheists, for those of you who are not, just realize this, you do not know who an atheist may be. It could be your brother, sister, your parents, your children, your employees, your co-workers, your boss, your neighbors. You don't know, okay? Your preacher could be an atheist. And there are, if you go to the atheist experience, they tell you all this stuff and how to help you if you have these problems. Go to the atheist experience. They have more knowledge and ability to help you, Because, they deal with this because, people call it, there's a call-in show and people call in. You won't have, I don't know of any Christian call-in shows where a person can call in and debate them on Christianity. But atheists do have that ability. Now, one of the main reasons why I believe that atheists are hated, and I find it obnoxious and annoying too when a lot of atheists do this. Okay, you look your local news, on the internet mainly, whatever it is, the San Francisco Times or New York Times or whatever, someone dies and everyone's doing God bless you, oh God bless them, or someone's injured, I'm praying for you and all this stuff. Okay, as an atheist, you don't believe in prayer. It's not going to work. All that stuff. Just keep silent. What you see atheists doing is leaving some nasty remarks, and trust me, when a person just lost somebody and you're saying, well, prayer don't work, God could have saved them and kept them from getting sick and all this stuff, you sound bitter, hateful, and mean, and you actually are helping them, believing that atheists actually do believe in a God. They just are out to sin. The reason why is because you are attacking their God. And that's what they're thinking in their head. Obviously, that's not what your intention is. But you don't need to attack them in a situation like that. You just make yourself out to be bitter. That's all. And you also hateful. Think about it. Atheists, if you go to the atheist experience, they even show you where atheists are actually hated more than pedophiles. Gee, I wonder why. And there are other things that atheists do, but I actually do agree with, having crosses and stuff like that removed from public buildings. And a lot of Christians don't like that, but they don't get it, How about if we allow Muslims and Jews to do that? Would they be happy about it? Of course not. But, there's no reason when someone loses someone to go on those websites and say, well, prayer didn't help that person. Well, God didn't heal that person. God could have just prevented that accident from happening. Especially when their Bible tells them that they're going to go through hardships. You're just confirming them. There's a verse, let me tell you something. They have a verse for everything. That's why it keeps us so indoctrinated. That's why they are so hard. Some of Christians are so hard to reach. They have a verse for what you're doing. It's in 1st or 2nd Corinthians. Basically, it says that the natural man cannot understand the things of God. And also it goes on further that you refuse to understand. They know their way is wicked. You know, it's all throughout the Bible. They know their way is wicked. You know, basically you're doing it because you actually believe God exists. You're just trying to ignore that fact. You know, kind of like, you know, you're speeding and you say, well, I don't believe that a police officer exists, so I'm going to speed. That's how stupid that belief is, to think that atheist actually believes in a God. But that's what they think, because that's what they're indoctrinated to believe, and you're helping them out. You think you're not, but trust me, you are. You're confirming everything they're saying about atheists being hateful and spiteful and mean and rude. That's really the only thing that I personally notice atheists do that's not right. However, you know, having 10 Commandments removed, and let me tell you something, if you're a theist watching this, prayer, I'm sick of this part too. Stop complaining about prayer and the Bible being taken out of school. They have not been. You can still pray in school and bring your Bible. The teacher cannot lead the students into prayer or force them to read the Bible or Koran. How about if you're a Baptist and you have a Pentecostal teacher? Would you like that? You want your son or daughter coming home going, or how about if you're a Pentecostal and your kid has a Baptist? I used to be an independent fundamentalist Baptist. You have a Baptist teacher, and they're being told, well, you know, that's of the devil. And they show them in the Bible where it specifically tells them that type of stuff is. I mean, I'm not going to get in this debate, Pentecostal, Baptist, all that. I don't care, because it's all mythology. That's like trying to argue about, you know, Greek mythology, all this, you know. And also another thing that people don't like about atheists, I should mention, is that sometimes they come across as if they don't really know what they're talking about. They get things wrong. And it's okay, we all do. And if you're an atheist, you know, I want to tell you something. When you're an atheist, you have accepted, well, most, not all atheists, but, you know, critical thinking, logic, and science. So you are willing to admit you don't know something. You're willing to admit when you may be wrong about something. And you're hopefully, willing to say, I do not know. If you do that one time with a Christian, or a theist, a Muslim, or any theist, it's like you got everything wrong. And here's another thing. If you get something wrong, like say, for example, you say, well, you're a Christian, you're not supposed to eat shellfish. You're not supposed to eat shrimp. Guess what you just did? You put a big-ass smile on that Christian's face, because they can now show you a verse, and I'm going to do this in a few seconds. They can show you Acts chapter 10, verse 11, and he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance, and saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending unto him, and as it has been a great sheet knit at the four corners and let down to the earth, wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air. And it came a voice, Peter, rise, kill, and eat. And Peter said, no, Lord, for I have not eaten anything that is common or unclean, which is pigs and all this stuff which you're saying. And then further on God tells him, what I have made unclean, what I have made clean, you shall not say is clean, unclean. So when you say that, or you're not supposed to put two different garments, you just kind of screwed yourself. Okay, you did. And I hear this often, even on people who used to be former preachers. You do that, you put a big smile. If the Christian really knows what they're talking, you put a big smile on their face, because you just proved what they've been told about you. That's why you should read books, you know, and stuff like that, you know, about them, about their beliefs and stuff. That's why I always say in a lot of my videos, always read books, watch videos on viewpoints you disagree with, more than you're reading books and videos on the viewpoints you agree with. That way you become more well-rounded, and you're better able to debate people, and you understand what you're talking about, know what you're talking about. You know, you can give me a thumbs down for this video, or hate messages. I don't care. I'm just some idiot. I do not care. I'm sure we can get I get thumbs down all the time for videos. But sometimes because people don't understand what I'm talking about. Like that creation is better than evolution video. someone complained that, that I said the books were wrong and all that stuff, and I never once in the video say any books were wrong. And of course, there's, I don't know, I'm not going to get into that. But try to understand what you're talking about, A theist isn't going to do that. You listen to them talking about evolution and all that stuff, they're always wrong. But it's different for them. Can't explain how or why, but most of them, they don't want you to get through to them. So they have these little defense barriers, defense mechanisms to prevent you from reaching them. So the more you know, the more you may make them think, hopefully. Don't expect to change anyone's mind. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a message, or whatever you want. Or watch my other videos. Thanks.